you?
No. I knew that would mess with your fucking mojo, so that's why I left that.
I know.
It's like a married couple arguing. But currently what we're doing now is trying to take it off the stand, but in order to take it off the stand we need to do some...
If Andy had put the nuts that side, instead of the bolts that side, it would have been alright, but he didn't because Andy.
We're just waiting on... yeah, we're going to get the steering wheel on, because that's the next natural point. Yeah, maybe just put it on the end of the gear knob. Right then, so error was found. I tightened stuff up too tight and it made it go bang bang, so I loosened it off and now it doesn't go bang bang. So learnt from that. Good evening. Part 2 of the Dave surprise video. We have Andy here, the legend, and where you gone? Oh, you're there. The other, that's the legend that is Mick. So Mick's been busy. Now you'll have seen I did put some pictures in the previous video, but Mick's been busy. You look at this. There's the gearbox with all of its components on, ready to go into Bob. And if we scoot ourselves around here, going past all the shiny parts, shiny, shiny, look at this. When we got Bob, on the side of the engine was preserved, is it the something 92, yeah. So now we've got preserved 28th of the 7th, 24. Accurate as the military would have it. Absolutely brilliant. So what's the aim for tonight then? We've got 2 nights that's going to be rolled into one video because I've got to try and blag my way out of why I'm not uploading videos for Dave. So I'm just saying that they're really shit videos and I'm trying to piece them together to bulk stuff up. So tonight we're going to achieve loads of great things, so stick with us and you'll see what we do. And then Thursday we've got a video call planned with him about 10 PM where we're going to try and reveal what we've done. So fingers crossed it all goes well and we make him cry. That'll be the great thing, because I've never seen him emotional, but there we go. Let's see what happens. Stick with us, let's see what we do first. Right then, so first thing on the agenda is gearbox in. So we need to put the studs back in that we took off to be able to put it on the engine stand. So it's a case now of getting those studs back in. Andy's just working on getting the nuts off them now. And then we can get the studs back on and then the gearbox can be brought in, which we'll probably use the forklift for that, I think. But we'll see.
Think of it now as a head stud with stud. That's an upgrade.
Think of it now as full.
Clutch release bearing.
There you go. We can.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Now, Mick has found the perfect balancing angle thing to get the gearbox to sit perfectly level while suspended in midair.
That's right.
That's taken years of practice to get that.
Only just worked it out.
I just worked it out. So that's a little bit, feel that? That's a little bit angry.
Do you want that one?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, that's angry. That's probably the spray paint and shit in it. Is it made out of plastic?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. New release bearing fitted.
That one, this one goes.
Little bit of lube on shaft.
The other one goes.
I'm angry.
Like Crichton in Red Dwarf when he tries to lie.
Do you think Bob will want to brand new, Dave will want a brand new steering damper.
Is that one cheaper?
Well, he hadn't got one, had he?
No, we haven't got one at all.
Well, that's better then.
Yeah, that's the one you'll want.
And I've got the correct bracket.
Sorry, Dave. I just kept saying yes. These are the studs all back in.
3/8 UNC one end and 3/8 UNF the other.
What that man just said.
There you go.
So it's a case now of dropping the gearbox in, simply pushing it on, tighten the bolts up. Done.
Nuts.
Done. It should take us seconds. So,
Nuts.
With spring washers.
obviously.
Yeah. Not bolts.
So I kept saying, didn't I? Spring washers!
I did inspect.
Spring washers! At least that's what we said it was. I'll scrape on the fucking kneecap, mate.
That'll do for now, and then we can always bash it. We can bash it forward.
Is one ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus!
There's absolutely no delicacy in this.
No, it isn't.
You ready?
Yeah.
No pressure.
Watch your hands.
Say it out loud, Mick, because I can't see it.
Yeah, it's good. Good, we're good, go on. Downward, woo.
Wooing.
Down and pitch more in.
No, we're at the wrong angle. Gearbox needs
Up at the back.
needs up at the back.
Ooh. 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 Positive insertion.
Just take it up a bit.
Tiniest bit.
We'll onto there. You can give that drum a little bit of a spin, Andy. Just a little bit. Oh my God! That wasn't even rehearsed.
Grab my nuts. No.
Wrong one.
A lot of lubing and scrubbing.
Team yellow.
For the win.
Sounds like a trip to the dentist.
Right.
Yeah.
Pulling that one.
It's all about pulling in. Oh, it's even used a little bit.
Okay.
Coming down?
And down.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
It is down. It's not far off.
Shoving across just a smidge of Rooney. Why is that not touching? That's just a 916, we Andy, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that one there. Thank you, mate.
It's pretty nice and tight.
Yeah. Do you want to nip that up to 15?
Right. Even though when the engine went in, it was a bit of a corner turn. Now the gearbox is in and the prop shafts are back on. He's got his drivetrain back together, so that's like a massive turn round the corner. Because realistically, stick a battery on it and that'll actually drive. You can't steer it. That'd be a problem, but you get what I mean. Anyway, so engine, gearbox, and I'll spin you around. Front prop shafts in, courtesy of Andy. Rear prop shafts in, which you saw going in on prop cam. Again, courtesy of Andy. Andy's gone on the floor and done all that for us because he is a legend. Okay, next job is waiting for instructions from the staff sergeant because I don't actually know where to go next.
Yes!
We think we probably need to put the wiring loom in, so maybe the best bet is to pull all of the wiring loom out, lay it out, work out what we've got, because we need to pull that through the chassis, and we need to do that before we put the bulkhead on because it's just easier. So we'll do that next. So what we're doing here now is working out how to get the wiring through. So this is the main harness for the generator that will come up into the shunt box that sits about here-ish. You can't see it, but it's about here-ish on the back of the shunt box. And then the main loom goes through the chassis.
So as long as that's there, we're okay. What I'd like to do, I don't want to P-clip that until the back body's on, so we can adjust it either way.
But it'll allow us to put the bulkhead on without having to try and feed it.
Because we can twist that to lose a bit of cable if we need to. Okay, that bit of loom you just found needs joining back to that.
Okay.
And there's just one wire that we've got to join.
Would it be worth pulling it through first before we start welding plugs onto it? Because then we can get it over what sits inside, can't we?
Possibly, yes.
So what we're doing now, just as a quick reminder, Mick there has got the wiring loom, and then Andy's pulling through the Don 10 that we put through the chassis right at the very beginning. Go. Perfect. First time. Brackets. Yeah, that makes a big difference, doesn't it, straight away? So there's Bob's bulkhead back on. I think phenomenal progress in a very short space of time. It's hard to kind of describe where we were, just a few days ago, to where we are now. You know, chassis painted, it's on its wheels, brake lines are on, engine's in, gearbox is in, drive lines attached, wiring's run, bulkhead's on. So I think on Thursday, probably try and get the engine to the point where it starts, because we've got a call with Dave at 10.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to have it just running, you know. Start, there you are, this is where we're at. And I think we can do that quite easily, can't we?
Absolutely.
Great stuff. So for you it's about 2 seconds. For us it's a couple of days. So we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
And as if by magic, day 2 has arrived. However, it's day one for you because it's still the same video, but that's irrelevant. So welcome back. So tonight is the night that we do a video call with Dave and show him what we've done. And I'm hoping, here's Bob in the background, just there is the list of things we've got to do. I'm hoping he likes it. It's actually quite nerve-wracking because I don't know how he's going to react, and I'm just kind of hoping that everything we've done is okay for him. But yeah, so tonight we've got a couple of bits to get done. The intention is that by the point that we get to ring him, we can start it. There'll be no radiator on it. It'll be basic wiring loom because we won't have time to put all of the wiring loom back into the dash. But the idea is we can start it, go ta-da, and then we can cut it out again before it gets hot. Okay, so we've got to fit the exhaust, and we've got the exhaust parts here ready to go on. We've got to do an oil change and filter change. Mick's got all of that ready to go. He's going to do that when he comes back. We've got to put oil in the gearbox, oil in the transfer box, rig up the jerry can because we're waiting on a fuel tank. The fuel tank isn't here yet. So we've got one fuel tank on, but you can't plumb it all in until both fuel tanks are here. So yeah, we're going to rig a jerry can up to fuel it. We've got to fit the coil and the dizzy. We've got to fit the carb back on, which we've got a genuine Zenith carb rebuild kit for it, which is nice. If I come down here, then you don't have to look at my fat belly. Yeah, so we've got the carb, and we've got a genuine new old stock Zenith rebuild kit. So it'll have the proper treatment. Earth lead onto the starter. So at the minute we've got the earth lead onto the starter bolt, but it needs moving to the negative terminal of the starter motor. Battery cables we're making up, which Mick's got cable for ready to do. Temp ignition system, which we've already got. And then fit the throttle link and paint the little bits. So we might as well put it on. It's painted. If we come across here, yes, so we've got throttle linkage just here, and all of the bits and bobs associated with it. Move that out of the way. So yeah, we've got all of the bulkhead bits to go back on here. Whether we'll get round to getting them done tonight or not is well, we'll find out. So my first job of the day, Mick's nipped out. I think Andy's coming in a little bit as well to give us a chuck. So my first job is going to be fitting the exhaust. So I'm going to do that now. So we'll let's get on with that. Right, okay, so I've just put a little bit of paint on the back box because the back box is second hand. Unfortunately, we bought the full exhaust system, and yeah, I'm sorry Dave, I think we fucked up because the middle section isn't correct. It's for it was for a diesel, so never mind. So that goes like that, I think. Oh, I see. It goes over. Ah, I get you.
With me, homie.
So it actually goes that way.
Correct.
Right. Roger that.
What do you want this to
300 horsepower. So let me bring you in close. Hi, how are you? So this is fitted the proper British Leyland way. We've got a rattling clamp and held on with tie wraps because you don't know how to the proper ones at the workshop, you say. So they've put those on instead. Obviously that's going to be changed.
This is not
Obviously.
acceptable.
My God, it's hot in here. Right, so we have got the carburettor attached. Starter motor's come off because we discovered a little bit of a problem with it. In true Bob form, the starter motor wasn't actually attached to itself, yet it worked perfectly until it went back in the vehicle. I think Bob's a bit of a Christine. So the surgeon himself is currently looking at this now. It looks like, I'll give you a brief description.
I can show you exactly what was happening.
Okay, so let's bring you back in with a light.
So these are your positive braids that come from this terminal here.
Yeah.
That go to the brushes, and they're soldered onto this copper bar. And if you can just see there where it was arcing out,
yeah,
on the body of the starter.
Yeah.
So it was a dead short. So I've literally just made that move away. It's supposed to be like there, kind of thing.
That's not going to short out on the body. Oh, that's positive. Is it positive?
So this is a bit.
Is that going to short out on the body?
Shouldn't do, no, because it's.
Is it encased?
I think it's encased here. But I'm going to give that a little bend inwards, just so it can't touch. And this one I've done the same, so that can't touch anywhere either now. So, in theory,
it should fix it.
It should fix it. But what I'm not happy about now is this earth stud spinning.
So what was happening is when Mick went to push the button to start it up, because we were just going to turn it over just to make sure that everything was free and loose, which it wasn't.
And what happened was sparks came out of places they shouldn't have, and poo came out of me.
Oh yeah, that's worth mentioning actually. At the time, Andy had his head about 1 centimetre away from the generator on the engine, which let out the most almighty spark at the time. It was like watching an execution actually. It's quite disturbing. Yeah, so what was happening is it was arcing out on itself, so we believe that there was an earthing issue. So we're just fixing that now, then we can get that back in, carbs back on, exhaust is fitted, Andy's doing the oils and fluids now. So we're going to get that point done, and then I think we'll move on to something else. Right then, we've got the carb starter motor is back on. I'll tell you what, I'll show you. Starter motor is back on and tested. That all works nicely as it should do now. Carburettor on, coil on, shield thing on.
Is that other end of the pipe on the jerry can, Andy?
Yeah. Jerry can is rigged up.
Keep rolling.
I'm rolling. So we're going for a test explosion now.
3, 2, 1, fire in the hole.
Yeah! Good old Bob. It's doing its thing as well.
Oh my absolute God.
Sexual, look at that. Now Dave hasn't seen this yet still, so this is us doing trial ready for the call, but he runs again. Look at that. How cool is that, Mick?
It's cool and penguin piss, that is.
And I know you've made a lot of these.
It still warms my heart.
Yeah. It's very, very cool. So now, that's ready to the point that we, for when we do the call. What's the next step? What else can we get done?
We could make that bracket for the back of the chassis and get that finished with on the exhaust.
We've got time, haven't we?
We've got time.
Okay. So we're just making the exhaust bracket for the back. We've got when the rear quarter comes, it doesn't have this bit on it. So we've Mick's just knocked one up and we're going to weld it on.
Ooh. Check we can get an eyeball level for us.
Down and touch at this end.
You got for an accident?
Ready? Eyes.
Get tax on the other end as well.
They're both units.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on now.
Well, once I've finished welding it, yeah, I've tacked it.
Do your upside down views now.
Roger that.
Oh, very well done, sir.
Front one's better than the back one. I'll take it.
I'll just take these little wings in one side. Oh, that's very warm.
I've also noticed that the magnets don't stick to tyres.
No.
Which is strange. So, there we go, that's the bracket on. So what we'll do now is line that up with that, drill the holes, and then we'll get it painted.
Yeah. La 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 la.
Right then, so this is where it's all about to happen. We're going to ring Dave and we're going to show him what we've done after I make up some bullshit about what we hadn't got done. So let's do this. I'm nervous, nobody else is, but I am. Right then, welcome to future Liam here. Apologies that there is no audio here. Despite us testing and testing, it didn't work for whatever reason. So currently I was just complimenting on how muscly Dave looks in his vest, but there we go. So this is me basically feeding him bullshit about how little we got done. Due to Mick not being very well and waiting for paint to dry, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, we were going through a little chat at the moment. And now I told him that it was all complete horseshit and this is actually what we got done. Again, I was struggling to get the camera to turn around, but there we go, you know. I think the look on his face was a bit shocked. It was good to see this reaction, to be fair. That was the whole intention, was a surprise for his birthday, so I will let you enjoy the images and a little bit of music now while we walk through the video call with Dave. Right, good success. Dave was very pleased. However, none of the equipment worked because I forgot to press record, which isn't the equipment's fault. And even though we'd practiced to get the recording the audio on WhatsApp, it stopped as soon as I made the call. So I'm afraid the previous piece of footage was me talking you through what was being said. So it didn't go quite as well as we expected, but unfortunately that's what happens when we you try and get a surprise together. It is what it is. The surprise went well, Bob went well, Dave was pleased, and that's the main thing. So yeah, all successful. Right then, that's my bit complete for the next couple of nights. So we're over to Dave to lead the on-screen bit thingamajig to get the next bit done. It'll be it's very exciting now. This is the point where it all starts to go back together. So yeah, great excitement. So I will see you guys in a future video. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks to everybody for helping with this whole process. Mick, Andy, Lesage, he did some cleaning for us. It's been a journey. It's been emotional, and I'm very grateful for getting this bit done to surprise Dave for his birthday. So happy birthday, Dave. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Links in the description for the merch. There's also the links for the DJI equipment, buy me a coffee, and also the Patreon as well if you so desire. And don't forget the links to Mick's stream as well. We'll stick the details in for Andy's Instagram. Go see his artwork. It's mint. So we'll stick that in there as well. And then again, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.